Typography was born through a need to communicate as early as 3500 BC, be it through letters, numbers, hieroglyphics, or art. However, slowly, typography has evolved to become more than just a written language. Type can be used as a graphical element, or a graphical element can be used to create type. You could use type as a form, or use different typefaces to communicate to different audiences. One of the first design styles to really harness the extra capabilities of typography was Swiss design, also known as International Typographic Style. Swiss design is minimal, objective, and functional. Common elements include sans serif typefaces, asymmetrical grid layouts, far right or left aligned text, and a preference for photography. Despite its name, Swiss design actually originated in Russia, Germany, and the Netherlands in the 1920s, with the grandfather of Swiss design, Ernst Keller. However, it was with the help of Swiss designers Armin Hoffmann and Joseph Müller-Bruckmann that the style became mainstream in the 1950s. The style extends on the Bauhaus movement, with the need for form to follow function, in a time where design was becoming more prevalent in day-to-day life. Swiss design also emphasises the need for invisible design, using subversive ways to guide the viewer. Ernst Keller is quoted as saying, "The solution to the design problem should emerge from its content." Nowadays, Swiss design is incorporated in the fundamentals of how we design. One area in which it is majorly relevant is poster design. The Swiss approach to hierarchy and functionality provides a perfect foundation for posters, whose main function is to quickly and effectively communicate information. Another way it is used across design mediums is in layout designs. Magazines utilise Hoffmann's grid system to ensure clean, functional page layouts. A designer who had a large influence on the modernisation of the Swiss design style is Wolfgang Weingart. Wolfgang, born in Germany during World War II, was a trained typographer, and his need to create with his hands drew him into the area of graphic design. He met Hoffmann in 1963 and enrolled in Basel School of Design the following year. In a period where Swiss design was beginning to become stale and rigid, Wolfgang provided a refreshing change. Where Swiss design was rather methodical, Wolfgang's process was highly experimental. He would often manipulate textures and type over and over using different methods, beginning initially with a handprint, then taking it to the darkroom, then to the computer and back again. This drive to pull Swiss design towards subjectivity rather than objectivity was the revival it needed, and as Weingart put it himself, it invites engagement. Despite the rule-breaking aspects of Weingart's work, it was the underlying components of traditional Swiss design, such as grid layouts and simple forms, that keep the viewer grounded and the design informative.